For our next assignment, let's do problem 1218, this bench block. It shows it as a half section and broken out section, but frankly, I think a half section is going to be totally fine for this. So this shows you the details in two views, the front view and an isometric view. So I think it'd be best, well, you can do it in 2D, or you can make this section shape and revolve it, and then cut out the holes and this 90-degree angle through the center. And here are all the holes and their diameters and the width of that 90-degree angle that's cut through the center. Okay, well, you know, as far as making it goes, here it is. I don't think it's too terribly involved, just cutting some holes through there and subtracting. Okay, so the main thing is in the layout. Let's go ahead and add that front view here. At 1:1, it's kind of small, and also, actually, I've already changed the page size here. So originally, you'd come up with this, and I would delete the original view, and let's add this base view, and that's pretty good size. Just pop that over there. Oh, yeah, I'm going to delete that view. I just want a half section out of this. So let's select it, section half, and then draw it out to the right side, so you only get half the view being in the section. So, and there's a couple issues, well, not really issues, but just to point out. Normally we'd want like the hole, like one of the larger holes through, to show where that hole is through the top half of it anyway. And then we omit the hidden lines in that bottom side because, well, you're just trying to show the outside edge anyway. If you wanted to show the inside, well, then you go all the way through it. So there are instances where you'd want to put hidden lines in there, but not today. Okay, so add your center lines and your dimensions, and should be well enough taken care of. A couple things, go into my center layer. Yeah, I'll probably need to put a center line and dimension that circle to show that all the circles are on that center, or on that diameter. Again, I don't see a good reason to use a broken out section anywhere. Everything seems to be pretty well described here and with the dimensions. One other thing, when we draw a line, we want the center lines. I can't really use the center mark tool for these circles. So best thing to do is, I think I could get away with just drawing one and coming out. Maybe a nice even or nice easy number to remember. There, it's still not quite breaking, but I'll change my line type scale. But once I've drawn one, I should be able to mirror and rotate and do some things. Try mirroring that. Didn't quite get the tracking right on that. Let's try rotating one with a copy. And rotate it to a nice, once I have that one. These are for shorter, for the smaller holes. So I'm going to put those back. And extend them again. Probably a little more than usual, but okay. Then I'll mirror those. So I've readjusted that a little bit. Okay, got all my center lines. Let's try the line type scale here. Okay. It's a little small for these, and it's making the hidden lines too small. So instead of that, let me put my line type scale back to maybe point something. Okay, the hidden lines are looking okay, and most of these other lines are broken, but not quite. So maybe on these smaller ones that aren't quite long enough to show a good line, I can go to my properties, control 1, and change its individual line type scale to maybe half of that. So those actually get multiplied to each other. So the global line type scale, if you will, times the local. So in this case, my global line type scale is 0.3, and the local on these smaller holes is 0.5, which gives it an effective 0.15 line type scale. Okay, so add your dimensions, and that should take care of it for a half section view.